and welcome back to Starborn Tarot. Today we're asking Spirit about the next 3 months. I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards and some tarot cards. We'll look at the overall energy for the group you choose, as well as a challenge, a blessing, and advice. I'm going to get a final message from Spirit using this little witch cat oracle. My intention will be, the message you need to hear and embrace over the next 90 days or so. So when you're ready, go ahead and choose a pile, and I will see you in your timestamp. Bye. Hi everyone. If you chose pile 1, this When You Least Expect It card with the cute little 4-leaf clover, this is your reading. So slide that over there. You got a lot of cards to put down. Pulled some oracles to get an overall energy for the next 3 months for y'all. So your first card is the Divine Feminine with the number 6. Evil Eye with the number 18 or the number 9. 999 maybe is something you guys are seeing. Magic Guardian, Unlock the Magic Within. And then you got 2 of these cards. You have the Octopus and the Gift. So I'm going to stack those over here. And then finally you have your little witch cat message, your final message. So I'm just going to slide that to the side until the end of the reading. So, okay, so for this group, the next 3 months, they do seem more self-focused, more introspective, especially with Divine Feminine here. That is a very receptive, creative, empathetic, emotional energy. So you may feel called to create or just nurture yourself over these next 3 months, connect with your emotions. I do feel like some of you may be transmuting some heavy energies. You could be in a healing cycle, a really important healing cycle right now. And I just see you trying to really just stay balanced and maintain your inner peace, peace around you, peace in your home. I do see as a challenge though here with Evil Eye, there may be people who are viewing you online, or for some of you, I'm getting coworkers who are just really up in your business, or watching you online. So over the next 3 months, I would be careful about what you share and what you share online. Especially if you have like a bunch of good things happening for you, that can generate, a lot of evil eye. And while you are protected with this evil eye card, your guides are like, help us help you by not oversharing. It is also a little bit of a warning that there may be someone close to you who is acting like they're your friend or they're happy for you, but really deep down they're not very happy for you. It's kind of giving snake in the grass energy. So just be careful. And if you've been getting nudges about someone, I would take this as confirmation and trust your instincts on that. With Magic Guardian over here, it's kind of playing off this Divine Feminine creative energy. This is a guardian who does look after shamans, wise ones, magical people. And it is a big sign that, you yourself, you are the magic, and it is a time to create. Like, this is a very blessed time. It's major manifestation vibes. So if there is something you would want to manifest or something you want to create, like, now is prime time. Excuse me. If shamanism is something you also were considering exploring or visiting a shaman, this is encouragement to do that as well. When I shuffled this card, I was seeing Archangel Michael. He was coming through really, really strongly. So it may be your sign to connect with him. His number is 911, and personally, I connect with him all the time. I love Archangel Michael. He's my homie. I have him on my altar. So yeah, and then Metatron is coming through as well. This is reminding me of Metatron's cube, so that could be a sign for you as well. So, but yeah, overall, it is going to feel like a very receptive, slower time, but I do feel like balance is required with this octopus and the gift. This is Pandora, actually. This is like a representation of Pandora's box. So you will have a lot on your plate with the octopus, but this gift card is a warning to really not bite off more than you can chew. Do not overgive. Like I said, this is a very divine feminine time for this group. That means do not chase. It is not a lack mindset. It is a abundance mindset. But yeah, just be careful of the energy you're giving out and making commitments that maybe you don't necessarily want to do, but you feel like obligated to do. Just ask yourself if, it's in your best interest. The Magic Guardian can talk about energies that are in your highest good and in the highest good of others. So this feels like a very divinely guided time, and your guides are just kind of asking you to trust yourself, trust your instincts, and take really, really good care of yourself during this time. And maybe, like I said, with this evil eye, go online and block some people if you can. That's what I would do personally. But all right, I'm gonna move these out of the way, and I'm gonna ask for more specific messages about the challenges you can expect over the next 3 months. I'm gonna try and be quiet while I shuffle. Oh, that was a really bad shuffle. I'm trying not to shake the camera and the table, so I'm like trying to find out ways. Last one. All right, I lied. This is the last one. All right, Spirit. What is a challenge the next 3 months for my pile ones? Sorry, my dog is playing behind me. She's driving me nuts. Sorry. I just went back to work recently, so she has a lot of energy, and so she's just chewing on everything. So, all right, pile one. Spirit, what is a challenge for my pile ones? Oh, look at that. The High Priestess. Interesting with the Ace of Cups. So, yeah, it may be a challenge to, one, with that oversharing message I was getting, it may be or maybe hard not to talk about it, especially if you have a lot of really good things happening and like you have a lot of blessings coming in, or like I'm getting like someone who just like got a lot of money out of nowhere and like you just want to tell everybody. But at the same time, that invites people to maybe ask, people have a lot of audacity sometimes. So they may like ask for handouts or for help and things. And this is just kind of a way to protect yourself from being in that situation. It may also, the main message I'm getting, it may also just be that you need to trust yourself and your intuition. That could absolutely be the challenge. And, not overgive with this Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, like, pouring into yourself, loving yourself, connecting spiritually. That could be a challenge, especially if you have a lot on your plate. So I'm gonna scoot that over. Spirit, what is a blessing for my pile ones next 2 months? Oh wow, 2 of Wands reversed. Interesting. Yeah, a blessing here. With the 10 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck. I do feel like the 2 of Wands is kind of like a stalker card, and it feels like people who were able to pull on your energy or view you, or like that, like that's not happening with the 2 of Wands reverse. Like you are like, you're protected, and like something is coming to an end, like something draining, or something that was something that was hurtful, something that was difficult is coming to an end. Page of Wands under that, yeah. So new is coming, and things that are no longer aligned, things that aren't in your highest good, those things are ending. And I do think for some of you that may be a person. A King of Swords is coming through. So for some of you, a situation or a situationship or maybe a cycle with a King of Swords type person may be coming to a close. You know, a King of Swords type person is very logical. They're very much the opposite of like wear your heart on your sleeve. You know, they are a mind over matter type person. So that may be something that is coming to an end as well, but just take that random message as it resonates. Okay, and then advice, Spirit. Can we get advice for pile 1? Oh, okay. Interesting. So we have the 5 of Cups and the Chariot card. Yeah, so your advice with the 5 of Cups and the Chariot is to just keep moving forward. You know, like let go of the past, like do not dwell. You know, it reminds me, I'm seeing that image of Princess Anna in Frozen 2 after Olaf melts and Elsa is frozen for good. And Anna is singing in the cave and she's like, take a step, step again. It's like, just keep moving forward, keep doing what's right for you. Try not to think about like what could have been, should have been, you know, like he's sitting here mulling over these spilled cups when he has very solid 2 cups behind him, you know, like do not dwell on the past, like focus on the positive as much as you possibly can and just keep moving. And again here with the yin and yang sphinxes, I really think balance is going to just be really, really important for this group. What's on the bottom of the deck? 7 of Wands, yeah, underdog energy. So you may feel like a little bit of an underdog. And I was getting that message, you know, that the next 3 months may require some courage for you, from you, but you are capable. You are going to be moving forward. Everything is going to be okay. Like I said, with that Magic Guardian card, you are protected, especially we had the Evil Eye card as well. Like that is a sign, you know, there are going to be haters, but you are protected. And it is your job to just keep being your beautiful, divine, feminine self and just keep on moving forward. And then I think right now I'm going to pull some extra confirmation cards for y'all before I get your witch cat message. I had those little, you know, chopped up index cards before, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make some cute little ones myself. So I ordered these off Amazon, and I put a Fae symbol for abundance and money and good things on here, the ruin. So I'm gonna pull some extra signs or messages for pile 1 over the next 3 months. And this can also be a extra confirmation for y'all that this was your girl, if you see some identifiers here. All right. Spirit, pile 1. What are some signs and extra messages for my pile 1s? I'm just gonna keep going for a minute. Oh, that one flew away. Extra signs and messages for my pile 1s. Okay, that's kind of a lot. Okay. All right, bottom of the deck is green eyes. So you or someone you're dealing with may have green eyes. Healing. Like I said, I was getting a lot of healing energy coming from y'all. We have angel number 888, abundance. So yeah, I feel like the next 3 months may be a really, really abundant time for this group. Hence why you have so much evil eye coming at you. Blue eyes. Angel number 222, balance and partnership. So a significant partnership may come in for this group, and maybe you have some exes or some wannabe lovers that are upset about that. That could be a sign for you. Winter. You may have a winter birthday or something significant could happen in winter. I know in the northern hemisphere we're moving into spring, but y'all could be moving into winter. We have guardian angels. Like I said, y'all are so protected. So, you know, don't don't give too much energy to the messages here about, you know, evil eye and snake in the grass and things, because you are protected. We have animal guides. So you guys may see some animal guides come through for you. A hawk is something I'm hearing. A snake may be significant as well. You know, snakes are all about shedding. Let's see. Angel number 777, spiritual lessons. I do feel like you guys are wrapping up a lot of spiritual lessons or connections with people who were karmic. And we have angel number 444. You're protected. Again, y'all are protected. You have nothing to be afraid of. And then your last card is 6 months. Okay, so interesting. So this may be the energy you carry through for the next 6 months. But take what resonates, or something in 6 months could happen that's really significant. You know, it's giving like reroute energy. Like this energy may set you up for something really significant that like kind of alters your path. So yeah, and then finally, let me read my Witch Cat Oracle card for you. Look how adorable these cards are. I cannot get over these cards. I just want to play with them all the time. Oh, wow. Claim your power. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so meet Magus. He stands tall, honoring the divine power at the root of his being. He remembers that he is truly a master magician, a world crafter, a dream builder. He does not shrink to fit into the little boxes of others' expectations. When guided by his clear intuition, he is at peace with saying no, even when someone may be disappointed. Right here. Remember this into this right here. The challenge may be trusting your intuition, being quiet, staying true to yourself, and just saying no, especially, you know, in octopus energy and having a lot on your plate. So yeah. Anyway, he wields his power with kindness and compassion while staying true to himself. Notice where you may have relinquished your power and call it back to yourself. Feel your strength. Summon the cosmic creative force within you. Oh, I love that. Well, I hope y'all have the most wonderful 3 months. I believe in you. I really think it's going to be great. I don't think you have anything to worry about. So, all right, I'll see you guys in another reading. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. If you guys chose the gratitude card, then this is your reading. So I'm going to put that over here. You guys got a lot of oracle cards, like a lot. Like you got 2 of almost everything. So I'll just get into it. So your first card is growth with the number 15 or the number 6. Then you have boundaries with the number 26 or the number 8. You have solitude with the number 6. You have the high priestess, harness mystic power. You have rabbit and fox, as well as tiger medicine. So I'm gonna put that over here. Is that all? Okay, that's all in the frame. Perfect. Okay, so I'll tell y'all, your energy was pretty chaotic tapping in. It was like cards were flying, like nothing was wanting to pop out, like just in with the one card. It was like 10 cards were coming out. It was really difficult to shuffle. So I do feel like the next 3 months may be very chaotic for this group. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little chaos. Some chaos in your life can be a little healthy, you know, shake things up, especially if y'all have been feeling stagnant. But I can tell it is a time that it's going to be really important to focus on the positive, like really embrace the energy of gratitude. It's also going to require dedication and discipline. You may possibly have to stand your ground with someone or in a situation. The Egyptian goddess Bast may also be significant for this group. That's what this little cat represents. She's the goddess of, I pulled her card out of my goddesses deck. She's the goddess of sex, magic, and pleasure. She helps you reignite all the aspects in your life. So, because it is such a chaotic and perhaps a crazy time, it is going to be really important to self-care and indulge a little bit. The O method is something coming through for this group. I don't know if I can say orgasm. I don't know if I can say that, but orgasam. some self-pleasure could be really important for this group. It's also a wonderful manifestation technique. You just focus on the thing you want as you climax, and boom, that's the epitome of SEX magic. So that could be something for this group as well. But overall, it's a little chaotic this month. Growth can be very difficult and very chaotic. 15 is also the number of the Devil card in the tarot, so it may be a time where you are, releasing attachments, fears, coping mechanisms, vices. It's growth is not always easy, and it can be really difficult, especially if you are practicing like boundaries. Boundaries are tough. It is like a muscle you have to strengthen. Sometimes, you see pretty quickly why your boundaries were necessary, and then it's easier to place them the second time around. But again, it's like a muscle, you have to build it. So it seems like a time you're going to be given opportunities to practice those boundaries. But I do feel like it is going to be more of a hermit mode for y'all with the solitude card here. It does seem like solitude is necessary for you to connect with yourself and to really like calm the chaos. It does feel for some of you, it feels like there's two groups. Like the chaos is around you, and then for some of you, the chaos is within you. Like it's emotional kind of chaos. Perhaps you are leaving behind like outdated beliefs, systems, situations, or environments. And, it's time to really like make a decision about like what you want to commit to and like what you want to release. It's a time to have integrity with the Jaguar here. That is a symbol of integrity. And if something is weighing you down, or you have burdens, like now is the time to release those burdens. If there's someone you need to apologize to, it seems like now is the time to, apologize, ask forgiveness, or perhaps like you've been waiting on someone to apologize to you, and you may release that notion, and or someone could actually finally come and, apologize to you, and set you free in that way. But you may just give yourself closure over these next 3 months. And I do think for some of you, it is going to be really difficult not to like wallow or throw yourself a pity party. And the energy is right for releasing that. It seems like the chaos is happening in order to move you. Like it seems like maybe you have been feeling stagnant. Maybe you've been feeling stuck, or like your life is like at a standstill. And it's like the universe is like, no more wallowing or feeling sorry for yourself. Like, let's go. Like, come on. It's time to move. It's time to get you to where you're going. I do feel like some of you, you do have some mystic powers possibly. The bottom of this deck was a magic card. So perhaps you have gifts that would like to break through, or you have a purpose, a special gift or talent you are meant to share with the world. And like all this muggy like stuff that's coming up is coming up to be cleared, so you can express those gifts and shine and release your magic to the world. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting for you all. I'm gonna clear these out, and we're gonna pull some tarot cards so you get more specifics for y'all. I got my trusty little pink deck here. It's so cute. Look here, we'll shuffle. I'm getting better at being quiet, I think. Do one more. All right, Spirit. What is a challenge for my group 2s over the next 3 months, please? Oh my. Wow. The 4 of Cups. Yeah, stagnancy. And the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, the challenge is literally going to be moving forward. That seems like it may be difficult for this group over the next 3 months. Also, perhaps like not rejecting opportunities right away. Like you know, this little cloud's trying to give this person this cup and they're just completely ignoring it and kind of like maybe perhaps like throwing a tantrum, you know, like you also may be dealing with like a rejection and maybe, you know, wrapping up like the lingering sting of that situation and just like, you know, finally making a decision about like, I'm not going to let this stop me or hold me back anymore. So that seems it, but it really does for the most part feel like you are just, the challenge is going to be like moving out of whatever energy has been keeping you stuck this long, and just finding balance too with the two little sphinxes here. You know, both sides of the chariot need to be balanced in order to move forward. So that will be your main challenge. So the energy deck was right for the most part. Okay, so what's a blessing, Spirit, for pile 2 over the next 3 months? Ooh, okay, I'm not going to take all these because that's kind of a lot. But the Knight of Wands came out here. So I do feel like a blessing may be like a really loyal friend that shows up for you or helps talk you through these cycles that when you get really, really stuck. I do feel like for some of you, if it is like a mental health situation, you know, it's keeping you stuck, maybe go see a mental health professional. I am not a professional. I have personally dealt with issues. But yeah, talking to a professional or a close friend or family member could be really important for this group. And I feel like you'll have opportunities, perhaps for even travel or fun and exciting times, especially if you are in the Northern Hemisphere. We're moving into spring and summer, summer break, vacations. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be opportunities for fun and excitement that will show up to kind of relieve some of this pressure of this like stagnant energy y'all are moving through. All right, so what's the advice for my pile 2, Spirit? Oh, look at that. The Magician on the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. Okay, so really quickly, I want to say, side note, like if you've been looking for a house or a new home, I feel like that is a blessing you are going to find comes to you just really naturally. And I feel like you don't really have anything to worry about. So take that as it resonates. But yeah, I feel like, you know, the advice is to like really like keep moving your energy, be creative if you can. Art, painting, again, this is Ace of Wands, and sometimes, you know, it can be represented as like a phallic symbol. So pleasure is going to be really important for this group. That's the advice. Like have fun, create pleasure for yourself in your environment. You have all the tools you need with the Magician, and you are manifesting whatever you're manifesting. I feel like it is going to come through. Some of you are manifesting happy union, and I do feel like that will come through for you as well. You may not like the timing, but it will for sure. So don't fret. So I'm going to put these cards down. I made these little oracle cards. They used to be a little tiny chopped up deck of index cards. They got little fun things on them. So I'm going to ask Spirit for some extra messages or confirmation for this group really quickly. Any signs, symbols that are important that'll give you extra reassurance or anything. All right, Spirit, can we have some final messages or extra confirmation for my pile 2s, please? I'm going to try and get a bunch of them. I saw one already flipped. Oh yeah, here's one. Angel numbers, 333, Empress energy. Yeah. I think Spirit's encouraging you to be in your Empress energy, your beautiful, receptive, abundant energy. I'm going to take that because it's popping out. So Cancer energy may be significant. Whoop! Oh my gosh. All right, things weren't moving for a second. Now they're moving. All right, so glasses. So you or someone you're dealing with may wear glasses. Hermit mode. Yeah, like I said, hermit mode's going to be definitely activated for this group over the next 3 months. Capricorn energy. Blonde hair. letting go. I just heard letting go of all the bullshit. So take that as it resonates. And you had a bunch fly over here. So we also have angel number 1111, make a wish. So close your eyes, make a wish. The wish that's on your heart, make a wish. All right, so you may be seeing a lot of 1111 as well. INFJ. So you may be a unique and spiritual personality. This is the Myers-Briggs personality test. I myself am an INFJ. Animal guides. So you may see a lot of animal guides over the next 3 months. We know tiger came through initially. I feel like tiger or jaguar or cheetah, like big, powerful, like cat animals may be significant for this group. And you are being encouraged to call on them for support and guidance if you need it over the next 3 months. And I have one more. I'm making sure these are all in the frame. Your last card is angel number 1010, closing cycles. Yeah, so y'all are just going to be closing cycles the next 3 months, and you are going to be successful, and you're going to be abundant, and everything is going to work out for you. And it's a tough cycle, but you are capable, and you are magical, and everything's going to be okay. So I'll see you guys in another reading. Hope it resonated. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. If you guys chose this Love Your Dark Side 2 card, this is your reading. So I pulled some oracles. We have first guides with the number 7. We have source with the number 1. We have shaman, trust in higher forces. Let's get these over. We got 2 of these cards. You have the Harpy Eagle and Balance. So I'm going to stick those over here. And lastly, we have a Witch card for your final message. I'm going to place that to the side so we're done. And I apologize if you're coming from pile 2. I forgot to read your card and then I shuffled. So I guess you just weren't meant to see it. So anyway, let's get into it. So first of all, I just want to say what a pleasure it is to be in your energy. My God, it is so balanced and surrendered and divine and connected to source and magical. I can't tell you, like, I feel like if you're not in this energy yet, you're definitely going to get into this energy. But I feel like for most of you, you are already in this energy. Like, you have just cultivated such a beautiful, loving, balanced, grounded, integrated level of just self-awareness, like energy, just, oh my God, I just can't even, it's insane. But all right, so I'm just going to start with guides here. So your spirit team and your ancestors are going to be so vocal and like kind of overt with their messages over the next 3 months. Although I do feel like that's already beginning to happen for y'all. It's like if you have a message or a concern or something and you like, if you ask your guides anything, like they're going to just come back like that with the answer. Like it's going to be very, very apparent. It seems like you're going to get many, many signs and synchronicities to the point maybe where you're like, well, maybe I'm just noticing, maybe it's not really a sign, maybe it's just confirmation bias, you know, but your guides and your ancestors are so close around you. I'm seeing like a circle with like you in the middle of it, and then your guides like holding hands like around you. Like you are so divinely protected and connected with your guides and your ancestors right now. You are being surrounded with so much love and protection, especially if you resonate as wanting to become a mother, or you are pregnant, or you are stepping into a mothering role of some kind. It does feel like you are being watched over, and that child or this thing that you are birthing or creating is protected, and it's so important to the collective that like you're just being like, it's like an extra layer of protection that you didn't have before. if that makes sense. This is also a ward right here that the Gula people used to protect them from ghosts or spirits that weren't benevolent. So this could be a sign to maybe redo your wards if you're someone who practices like witchcraft, or maybe you have like an evil eye that broke. When an evil eye breaks, it is actually protecting you. So maybe it's time to up your protection, cleanse your space. I have rosemary planted on both sides of my door, both sides of my house. I wash my door with moon water as well. I have certain mirrors in place. So there's lots of things you can do. So I encourage you to look that up if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, it just feels like the next 3 months are just going to be smooth sailing. I do feel like a lot of you are going to be retreating and recharging when necessary. I do feel like this group has really integrated their shadow. When I was tapping into y'all, I was seeing that, what is it, the Moon Oracle card that says like balance, spirituality, and practicality. I do feel like you all have done that. I mean, you're just like, you are yin and yang, like you have integrated the human experience. Although I do feel like you are not of this world. I do feel like you're giving starseed energy, very spiritual. Like you probably have your own following, or if you don't, that is something that you're certainly capable of having. But yeah, it's just incredibly beautiful. And I feel like that's going to be life for you the next 3 months. Just really incredibly beautiful, pregnant with ideas, or pregnant with a beautiful child, a beautiful blessing. Only take that message if you want that. You don't have to have that. 777 may be significant to this group as well, or 111. Owls as well could be really significant. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull cards now really quickly and get more specifics on this. I'm going to use this deck here. I'll ask Spirit for any challenges or difficulties that may come through the next 3 months. Challenges for group 3 over the next 3 months. Watch it like not even come out. They're like, no. Follow me. So you have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords and the Four of Wands. Interesting. So you may struggle. You may struggle with asserting boundaries. With like maybe the ones you love, like family members, over the next 3 months. I can personally relate to this. I do struggle with saying no to people I care about, or wanting to upset them, because I do love and care for them so much. Like, it hurts me to hurt other people. It's like, I'm that girl, like, when there's a breakup, like, I'd rather someone break up with me than me break up with them, because it's really difficult for me to deal with that. So that could be something maybe I'll experience. You may also struggle to like say no to social. You may struggle to say no to social situations, gatherings, things like that. This is a card of celebrations and happy times and things. Maybe part of your problem is like you want to hermit mode too much. That could be kind of an issue. Or perhaps if you are planning a wedding, that could get in the way of maybe some of your spiritual pursuits, or that could be like hectic as well. Creativity may be something you struggle to prioritize as well, especially if you're like really chillaxed and relaxing and you're just really like type B perhaps, and you're just like vibing in the human existence. Like, yeah, like we are spiritual and it's not that big of a deal. And it seems like you are very integrated, but we still have taxes to pay. I know we still got to keep a roof over our heads. So, maybe part of the problem is being a little too chill, like, and committing to life and our responsibilities. So that could be something coming through for this group. So, we'll ask Spirit now what a blessing is next 3 months. You may also struggle to find the right home, or maybe that's just something you may be stressing about that's kind of unnecessary if you are looking to relocate or purchase a home or find a rental. All right, blessing Spirit for pile 3. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take this card that popped out first because I saw it very clearly before this little wonky deck popped out, but it was the 2 of Cups. So, a significant blessing may be like a fated partnership or a relationship you already are in. It is a very equal, loving, reciprocal relationship. How you feel about them is how they feel about you. And I just cut the deck to the Sun card. So really, really beautiful, positive relationships, whether that's a singular relationship or not. This could be soul family. It doesn't have to be romantic. But yeah, that's a really, really beautiful blessing, is just, you know, love and support from those around you. So what's the advice for my pile 3 Spirit? Oh, I kind of want to take it. Should I take it? What's the advice for my pile 3? All right, cards are flying. Oh, wow, look at that. The Fool, the 10 of Swords reversed, and the Hangman. So your advice is to be more carefree, take more risks, calculated risk. I don't encourage anyone to go quit their job and run away to Canada or France or Germany or Spain, anything like that. But I would say it's to release the burdens, like let go of old regrets or betrayals and just be lighthearted and carefree. You don't have to stay stuck anymore. Your energy is no longer stagnant. I mean, if it ever was. I feel like you are done with like the spiritual lessons, the dark night of the soul, Queen of Cups, bottom of the deck. So yeah, so just like you follow your heart and take risks that, you know, your intuition is like, yes, we need to do this. We want this. I would be wary of listening to the opinions of others as well. But yeah, try new things and just, you know, these swords have fallen out of your back. You know, you're not in the thick of it anymore. Like you're on a new timeline. You're in a new era of self that's beautiful and integrated and abundant and beautiful. And it's time to start acting like it, is really kind of what Spirit is saying. Just follow that intuition. Like your intuition will tell you anything you need to know. So, lastly, I'm going to pull some confirmation cards and final messages. I made this little deck from these like chopped up index cards I had for extra confirmation or messages. And I finally ordered just some old cards off Amazon and made new copies of them. They're the same messages, but on a better canvas. So, and this is the Feiyu Ruin, you know, money, abundance. I just thought, why not look at a nice ruin while I'm shuffling all these extra messages for y'all. I wish you all abundance and good things as well. So Spirit, any extra confirmation or messages for my pile 3s before we get our final Witch Cat message? And yeah, just know, like, obstacles are being removed from your path, and just to keep trusting. I mean, I feel like that's not an issue for you, really. I feel like you do trust the process. You feel very surrendered and very divine. All right, Spirit. Owls may be significant for this group as well. So, all right. Pile 3, Spirit. Extra messages or confirmation for pile 3s. I'm going to take those spots out. Pile 3. Any extra messages or confirmation for pile 3? All right, that's a lot. Okay. So bottom of the deck is angel number 444. You're protected. So yeah, you guys are very protected. Like I said in the beginning of the reading, like you guys are more connected to your spirit guides and your ancestors and your spirit team more than you've ever been before. You are really, truly one with source. So first we have divorce. So you may finalize a divorce over the next 3 months. I feel like that would be a situation that you wanted. I don't feel like someone's gonna sneak up behind you and try and divorce you. Doesn't feel like that. The Tower card. Interesting. So yes, so don't be surprised if things fall into your lap or something fated happens. The Tower card is divine intervention. So I do feel like something really shocking may happen that's really positive and in your favor over the next 3 months. Oh, celibacy. Interesting. So you may be celibate over the next 3 months. If you know you are manifesting a relationship, I do feel like if you're not already in one, this could be more platonic partnerships, soul family members that are coming in. Maybe you may be celibate, but only take that message if it resonates. Winter could be really significant. Perhaps that's when a partnership does come in for you, is winter, and your guides want you to know. They don't want you to be disappointed. Leo energy may be significant. You may have beautiful, long, luscious hair. Karma, interesting. So I feel like now you're getting good karma. It feels like the next 3 months is like really good karma for y'all. Like for all the work you've done, for the beautiful light you shine, all the spiritual lessons. I feel like that karma is closed and it's time for good things. So Virgo energy could be significant as well. Animal guides. Yeah, so animal guides could be really significant for this group. Like I said, your team's going to be like pretty loud and overt with their messages. So perhaps you'll start seeing a lot of a certain animal, perhaps an owl. Angel number 888, abundance. Yeah, this is going to be a really beautiful, abundant time for y'all. Guardian angels. Yep. So if you connect with angels, they are watching over you as well. If you have any family in spirit, I do feel like, you know, they're with your ancestors. And green eyes. So you or someone significant to you may have green eyes. Those are all really beautiful messages. So I'll read your final witch cat card. Look how cute this cat is. See how she's purple? Like she's so connected and divine. Like that's just pure source energy. I love that. So this is trance. Meet Scylla forevermore. Her heart is a drum beating in sync with infinity. She closes her eyes and moves to its rhythm, time unfurling like an endless ribbon in front of her and behind her. No beginning, no end. Her mind relaxes and opens, breathing, pulsing, ever expanding. What shifts you into trance? Perhaps dancing to wordless music, letting the water stream over you in the shower, walking swiftly, or chanting a sound. Trance opens us to receiving divine messages, flashes of creativity, and deep healing beyond our ordinary understanding. Yeah, and like I said, that's kind of feels like the energy you're in now. This like beautiful, divine, creative, tapped into source energy. And if, like I said, if you're not there yet, you will be there by the end of this 3 months. And I'm like so excited for y'all. It was an honor to tap into your energy. So I hope the messages resonated, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. If you guys chose this Staying Alive card, then this is your reading. So I'll pop that over there. When I was tapping into y'all's group, I was hearing that Bon Jovi song, Living on a Prayer. It's like, whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. That's what I was hearing. Don't mind my singing, I'm having fun with it, but I pulled some oracles for y'all. So you got veiled with the number 38 or the number 11. 38 could be your age, or perhaps you're seeing 1111. And we got relief with the number 12 for the number 3. I'm gonna make these prettier. Then we have Heads Up with the number 19. We have High Priestess, Harness Mystic Power. Hope you all can see this. I feel like I'm a little too close to my crystals. Then we have Raven. And then lastly, we have your little witch card that I'll save for the very, very end. So I'll slide that over there. So anyway, this feels like a very transitional period for this group, the next 3 months. A lot is shifting and there's a lot of moving parts. And I feel like some of you may like want more information than I'm able to give you for this reading because things are very veiled right now. It does feel like the universe is breadcrumbing you a little bit. Like, it's like I'm seeing someone like holding your hand like in the dark and like kind of pulling you along and you don't really know where you're going yet. That's what this feels like for this group. It feels like you're also like really being encouraged to stay present and really aware of your surroundings for the next 3 months, because it does feel like a period where you don't really like know where, like what direction is up or down, as far as like the path you're headed towards. But it does feel, I'm burping now. It does feel though like it is the end of hard times. Like the end of hard times are approaching. It is a time of miracles and reprieve and relief. Icelandic culture may be really significant. This is like kind of like a ward. I guess I think they call it a magical stave for the end of times and like calming anger. So if, you know, frustration or anger is something you've been dealing with, it feels like that is coming to an end over the next 3 months. But yeah, not everything's going to be revealed at this time. I don't feel like you guys are also getting a ton of information from Spirit. I mean, the Raven does represent, you know, guides and messengers, but it does feel like those are going to be few and far between. It feels more like the universe wants you to harness your own power and trust your own intuition during this time period. Southeast Asia may be significant as well. Under this Raven card was the Sun Bear, and I believe those are only in Southeast Asia. So take that if it resonates. But yeah, it feels like you're just being encouraged to stay really present and grounded and be intentional with how you spend your energy during this time. It's also going to be really important to stay positive. I know that can be very difficult and it's much easier said than done. But I like to personally create a gratitude list. I just did it on my phone and in my notes, and I'm just like, every day is something I'm grateful for, if I can remember. I give myself grace, you know, when I can't remember, and I do allow myself to be human and wallow a little bit, as we all should. But yeah, focus on gratitude, the big picture, and really trust your instincts before they make sense. You know, like, you don't have to understand why something is a no. You can unpack the details later. Yeah, just trust your non-human senses with this High Priestess card, okay? Anyway, I'm going to get more specifics on this because it's very vague, like I said. And I apologize in advance because I don't know if it's going to get any more clear, like what y'all are going to be going through the next 3 months. But we'll try. So let me clean this up. Right, so I have my cute little pink card. This is the gold foil tarot. I got it on Amazon. Shuffle these real quick. I think it's getting better with the loud shuffling on camera. I'm trying to be more intentional and not knock the camera around a bunch. All right, Spirit. We're gonna ask Spirit what a challenge is for this group over the next 3 months. So what's a challenge for pile 4, please, Spirit? Oh my. So we have the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, so what's going on deck? The Moon. Oh yeah, see, illusions, uncertainty. We have confusion here with the Seven of Cups. So it feels like one of the challenges is like you're gonna have a lot of options, especially if, you know, you are in a transition phase and, you know, you have new opportunities and therefore more creative and fertile energy. It is going to be a little overwhelming for this group to decide kind of what you want to invest your energy in. Like, you know, this person's like, like, I don't really know. Finances may be an issue as well, but I feel like more like this is tied to the Seven of Cups with, you know, like your legacy. Like, what do you want to invest in? Like, what do you want to build? It does feel like that's going to be a challenge for this group. Your family could also be particularly aggravating during this time, especially if you have like a strong matriarchal or patriarchal. Ugh. I am so tongue-tied today. I'm gonna try that all again. Matriarchal or patriarchal parent or figurehead in your family. I feel like they could have a lot to say, and they may like want to guide you from, you know, a place of love. But you know, I feel like this confusion right now is pretty necessary. Like, I feel like you are supposed to try different things, and when you know, you will know. Like I said, rely on your instincts and your intuition to kind of point you in the right direction over the next 3 months. And just give yourself grace. And, you know, when you know, you'll know. If you're in, you know, confusion a little bit longer than you'd like, that's okay. Like, you don't have to make a choice until, you know, you're certain. Like, no one's pressuring you to have it all figured out, like, right this second. At least I hope they're not. At least Spirit is definitely not. You know, they're trying to guide you the best they can into this new version of yourself and this new timeline you're creating for yourself. You know, like I said, end of hard times, miracles, relief is happening, and you get to choose now. There's no pressure, or I hope there's no pressure. There's at least no pressure from Spirit or from myself. Maybe it's internalized pressure. Maybe you feel like you need to have it all figured out, but you know, you really don't. Like, you're being guided, and you can trust that the universe is gonna take you to the right place. And, you know, what's meant for you will always find you. Yeah, sure, you can block your blessings, you can delay it for a little while. That's the most we can do, though. What's meant for us will always find us. Okay, so let's ask Spirit what a blessing is going to be during this time. Spirit, what's a blessing for pile of 4 during this time? Oh, this one popped out right here on my top. Oh, wow. Spirit's like, this is a blessing in disguise. So the blessing is that you are stuck and that you are also the one who can unstick yourself. You know, like, she could easily right now, like, lean up on this sword and cut this off, and she could be fine. So yeah, I'm looking, the Hangman is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So the blessing is a new perspective because of this perceived, like, stuckness or stagnancy that you're experiencing. You could be someone going through a dark night of the soul. I sometimes see the Hangman as that. It's also Pisces energy. And yeah, you really, this is the blessing. This time period is the blessing. This is Spirit's way of, you know, like, kind of helping you step into your power and, you know, making you realize, like, you're your own hero, like, and you have the power to decide, like, you are a sovereign being, like, you are an adult. You are not a child. You are not, you know, we can always be persuaded by friends and family members, especially when they love us, and, you know, hopefully they all have your best interests in mind, but, you know, it's your life and therefore your responsibility. So you can stick yourself whenever you're ready. And I feel like this period is an opportunity for you to do that. Yeah, it's really truly a blessing in disguise. Like, Spirit's like laughing right now. I All right, what's the advice for pile 4 spirit? Oh, 2 of Swords. Yes. So, your advice is to stop doubting yourself. You know, this could definitely, 2 of Swords, be representation of, you know, self-doubt, indecisiveness. I feel like this is reminding me of that meme where it's like, your intuition already told you, the rest is just negotiation with fear. That's kind of what this feels like. Like, I feel like you do have answers, and you know kind of the direction you want to move in. For some of you, not all of you. And it's just a matter of trusting yourself and trusting your instincts is what this feels like. Yeah, what's on the bottom of the deck? Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So opportunities, like, so don't kid yourself. Like, there are opportunities. This could be a case of, you know, self-limiting beliefs or old stories that no longer serve you, you know. It could be any number of things, honestly. It's a group reading, so you're gonna have to take what resonates because I can't get much more information. Like, Spirit is very hush-hush about what's happening here, and I feel like you will know what that is if this message is resonating. If you're still here, like, I hope this is making sense to you. But yeah, it's just a very, very transitional phase where, you know, you get to make the choices, and you will be guided to where you are meant to be, where you want to go. And it's just a matter of trusting yourself and stepping into your power. And that's what these next 3 months are going to do for this group. So I apologize if that's not what you wanted to hear. I wish sometimes, like I said, Spirit is like, no, this is a lesson for them. Like, I'm not going to give you any more information. But real quickly, I'm going to pull these little confirmation cards and extra messages. They got little things on them. And get any final closing messages from Spirit or signs that this may be your reading. Spirit, can we get some signs and confirmation for pile 4, please? This one's pop out. Letting go. Interesting. I'm gonna take those. I am getting, for some of you, like, strong Aquarius energy, which can be very logical. And it's like, this is not a logical situation. This is a situation like Spirit wants you to feel through, to move through. All right, so we have animal guides. So animal guides may be really significant for this pile. Let's see, in the next 3 months. We have angel number 888, abundance. So I do feel like it will be like an abundant time for this group, especially with the 10 of Pentacles there. Like, there will be opportunities for that to make money. Guardian angels. So you do have, you know, angels, ancestors, guides looking out for you. Like I said, it does feel like they are holding your hand right now, even if you cannot feel them. And I do encourage you, like, when you're having a really difficult time or you're really needing more guidance and comfort, to call on your guides and ask them specifically out loud what you need from them. Our guides cannot interfere too much in our lives without our consent. Personally, I will go to my guides on my altar and ask them to help me transmute, like, dense energies, or to protect my energy, or to help me move something like an emotion or a feeling or a thought. And that's really helpful and comforting. So that could be something that could help you as well. So we got angel number 1111, make a wish. So I'm going to give you a chance to make a wish. Close your eyes, make a wish. All right, so you may be seeing a lot of 1111 in the next 3 months. Also, angel number 1010, closing cycles. So yeah, y'all are closing cycles and stepping into a new version of yourself and a new era, one that's abundant and full of miracles and relief. Brown eyes, and letting go also. So you may be encouraged to let go of a situation, old habits, old outdated beliefs, things like that. So brown eyes also could be a significant sign for you as well. What's in the bottom of the deck? Celibacy. You know, some of y'all are getting similar cards to another pile. So if you were drawn to another pile, I encourage you to check that out because similar energies are coming through. Okay. And finally, I'm going to read your little witch cat message. Look how adorable. So this is True Sight. Meet Lexi Puff. Oh, this could be Lexi the Leo's pile. Meet Lexi Puff. When she peers deeply into your eyes, she sees your soul and honors your unique magic. She lets down her guard, dissolving all veils and illusions. Her cosmic self shines through to meet your gaze. She stands before you exactly as she is, with no shame and no apologies. It's easy to slumber in a haze of forgetting, lost in our human dramas and games, submerged in our stories and identities. Yes. So I said, I feel like a lot of you, you're shedding old versions of yourself and old stories and limiting beliefs. Awaken your true sight and fully see those who have traveled through lifetimes with you, your soul family. Peer through the trappings of this life and witness each being's true cosmic self. Let the spirit in you bow with love to the spirit in others. So for some of you, you may meet another soul family member. Perhaps you have a soul family member in your life, and your spirit guides are asking you to honor that connection. Or like I said, honor your connection to your higher self and your cosmic being. You know, there's more to this life than just staying alive. So I hope that resonated with y'all, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye.